the day today. Fast forward.
Hits and my favorites. K-Light 103.5. K-Light.
Hey, bestie. Feeling down lately? Unpretty? A little insecure, maybe? Don't worry. Sometimes we feel that way too. Come hang out with us. Let's talk about beauty, wellness, personal care, and overall health. Together, let's glow up on 103.5 K-Light.
Hey, bestie. I know. The weather in Manila has been absolutely bonkers lately. Kaya if you're like me with highly sensitive skin, breakout season talaga. So ngayon, we invited back our favorite skincare expert who will give us the latest on taking care not just of our skin, of ourselves, syempre. So join me in welcoming Dr.Angela Pineda from Derm Clinic. Hi, Doctora.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good
afternoon to you and to everyone who's watching and listening to us today.
Good afternoon, Doctora. Thank you for, taking the time to come back and teach us on how to take care of ourselves kasi we do not talaga. Pero let's get things started, shall we? So we're already on the third quarter of 2023, right? So is there anything that Derm Clinic has been busy with in preparation for the burn months?
Yeah. Well, actually, since tapos na yung summer, so it's really, if you look at the weather, as you've mentioned earlier, it's really different.
It
like
is.
sometimes it rains, in the afternoon it's so
Super
hot.
sunny.
So the changes in weather can actually affect your skin.
Yes.
So because it changes regularly, we need to also pay attention so that we do the right treatments. But this third quarter, actually maraming highlights in terms of awareness for skin and hair concerns. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but this month is awareness for psoriasis. And then next month, it's gonna be a highlight naman on alopecia. Like, there are a lot of things because a lot of skin and hair conditions are becoming more prevalent in this day and age. Or I think people are getting more awareness. That's why they want to learn more about their skin concerns.
I love it. So for the sake of those who are very interested in learning about skin care, what is, you mentioned kanina, psoriasis and alopecia?
Yeah.
And how is that sort of very something
Common.
that
Actually,
common, yes.
I've seen patients wherein they're afraid to have psoriasis. Like it's thrown out more often because it's still there's still a low percentage of those having psoriasis in the world. But I think what's very, very common is what we call like eczema. Or, diba? You hear
I've
that
heard of
every
that.
day. It's more of the atopic dermatitis or the allergic type or the irritant contact dermatitis. Yun yung mas common. But every time people think of the skin and then they see something na parang you have a rash or that's red, everyone thinking, nako, that's contagious.
Yes.
Nako, that's something that won't go that would last for a long time or that would get worse. But actually, most skin concerns, as long as you get to consult your doctor, you get to know what causes it, most concerns get to be resolved and controlled.
Yes.
For psoriasis, it's an autoimmune condition naman that's affected by genetics.
Oh,
So, some patients, mostly, they might not know their parents or their relatives might have had psoriasis or a skin concern. Kasi nga, before, 10 years ago, it wasn't really very common. So, it's only this day and age that doctors are even more aware, or like there's increasing knowledge even for patients to get awareness about this condition.
What about alopecia?
Alopecia, it's a hair condition which is actually medyo wide range yan. Kasi when we talk about alopecia, we're talking about hair loss that's more than 100 strands per day.
Okay, so you're not supposed to lose more than 100
Yeah,
strands.
because diba when you go to the bathroom, when we
Yes.
take a shower, I have hair loss.
Yes.
Parang may ganon. But it's actually, we only diagnose it as alopecia when it exceeds repeatedly every day. If your hair fall is less than 100, when you comb your hair, that's normal. But if, for example, you'd see na parang dumadami siya, or whenever you get your hair fall, it gets like handful, like it's really a lot, then then your scalp, you feel like it's getting thinner, then you can consult with a doctor. So alopecia naman, there are a variety of causes. For the most common, it's really the androgenetic or because of the hormones.
Okay.
So you might have heard of the male pattern,
Yes, baldness, yes.
female pattern. So yun. It's because of the genetics.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so for men, usually parang they feel like there's no point of escape if their parents
Are
if their
kalbo,
dad
diba?
is bald, diba?
Yeah.
Automatic them baka mamaya age 20s, 30s, mapapansin na nila there's receding
Yung hairline,
hairline.
yes.
So, yun yung most common. For women naman, it's less halata.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi for women, ang nangyayari, there's hair loss in the middle.
Oh,
So, mas
yun yung
napapansin mo lang
kumakapal.
siya, mas numinipis dito. So, kumbaga, parang lumalaki yung
Yung
if you
hati
have
ng
a
hair.
hati, yun yung mas
I see.
mapapansin. That's why you can hide it for women. Mas mahirap for men kasi automatic.
Receding
their forehead
talaga eh.
gets
Lalo malaki yung
bigger.
forehead.
Yeah, oo.
So for sure, Derm Clinic has a lot of, products that are available to the public to help cater to those types of diseases, bowel, whatever you call it. Pero what are your guidelines in developing new products that you want to release to the
Yeah,
public?
actually, when I entered in the medical field or in dermatology, one of the things I realized, which I talked to my dad about, because I was also interested, why do we have products? And that's when he kind of told me about it. That when a patient comes to you, most often than not, people will come with skin or hair problems, and then we can't just parang siya, when you go to a doctor, di ba they give you maintenance medicines?
Yes.
So because a doctor can't really resolve everything right there and then, you need to do follow-ups, you need to take care of yourself even when you're not inside the clinic. So
Yes.
that's the goal of the products that we have. Madalas we have a lot, actually there are a lot of skincare products, but what we do from our end is we're really very particular with the ingredients that we place. Kasi our skin is very sensitive. Actually, when in the majority of cases, allergic contact dermatitis, which is common for all people, yung karamihan ng causes could be an allergen, which is a skin product, or gloves, or yung mga ganon, yun dun nang gagaling, or perfumes even. So it's really the chemicals that can trigger allergies. So kaya we're very, very careful with how we combine ingredients. So mostly, what we really do, we have a base that's hypoallergenic, we make sure, and then we make sure that we introduce active ingredients that are well researched. Like just this week, we've been discussing with some of the new trends as to what are the active ingredients that are really effective, not just here, but recognized worldwide. But we're still looking for the studies that have proven, because it's hard, diba?
Yes.
Kasi when we put that in the products and then we give that to customers, we have to make sure that
It's
that's
safe.
really effective.
Yes, and effective. Yeah. So a lot of people are actually, trying a lot of skincare products right now kasi nauso yung sa mga K-drama, yung mga
Yeah.
glass skin, ganyan. What do you think is the most important, kumbaga parang consideration that people should consider
think
whenever,
The first thing is you should know your skin.
yes.
You should know your habits. Parang you're familiar with yourself, so that when you go to a doctor, you can also ask them what's aligned with
Your
how
skin
you
type.
use it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the things that you see, for example, there can be a 10-step. If you're just a 2-step process and you try to get the 10 steps, it's not gonna work.
Yes.
If, for example, you have a work that's stressful, and then it can trigger, because what I mentioned earlier, like alopecia and even psoriasis, these are some of the skin and hair conditions that can be aggravated. So,
With
pwede sila
stress.
mag-worsen with stress. That's why, actually, we always ask our patients about it, their lifestyle, what do they do, what do they eat, how they take care of themselves. Kasi we need to give them medications, creams, or treatments that go with their lifestyle. And I think one reminder is don't mix and match. Kasi
yeah.
uso siya eh.
Uso yan.
Yeah, usong-uso. Like, I'm gonna try this lotion from this product and then I'm gonna try another for this.
Yeah.
And just last month, we did a medical, or actually, it's early this month, we did a medical consultation for medical mission for some of our kababayans in here in Manila. And then what we did was a lot of them are actually combining. They're making their own experiments with products. So they mix a strong toner and then mix it with another, which when combined, it can be
harmful to your skin.
Yes. And then what happens, we kept looking at them. Why do you look all the same? Like you all have black patches or dark patches on the face. And then they would tell us, oh, we would mix this and then we would create our own mixture and then we would put it on our face. And it happens in one community.
Oh no.
Diba? Parang it's good that sometimes it's good for us to listen to other people, what works with you. But we have to remember that our skin is all unique.
Yes.
Diba? You can't just, I have to copy everything that this
That you're
person does
doing,
because
yes.
it might not be okay for your skin.
Yeah, tsaka leave the mixing to the experts.
Yeah.
Pero so a lot of people kasi like I said kanina no, skincare is very rampant ngayon in this day and age. Pero some of the people are actually not aware of the ingredients and they only choose the skincare based on whoever is sort of promoting that. Kunyari si ganito kasi yung endorser ng ganyan. What is your sort of parang advice to people who sort of go towards that route?
I think the first advice that I can give is you need to check, of course, the labels. Check if it's FDA approved.
Yes.
Because the FDA is the government body here in the Philippines that double checks and lahat ng skincare products, hair care products have to pass through them. But not necessarily. Sometimes kapag online kasi, they don't secure
Yung
FDA. So
FDA.
you have to make sure that it's there. And madalas, if you'd know that okay yung products if yung labels are disclosed because we're required actually.
To
the
disclose
FDA
the
requires
ingredients.
to, if for example, yung product mo is teka, walang ingredient sa likod. Diba? Because we
That's
also,
sketchy.
it's information that everyone needs to know.
Yes.
So that when you have allergies, you know also what
which
to
one
avoid.
triggers. Yes, that's true. So what if I'm someone who's very content na of my skin, no, and I want to get parang enhancements naman sa body ko. So this is something that's very uso throughout Asia actually, which is plastic surgery. And I know this is sort of like a touchy subject to a lot of people, pero let's talk about that, no? As an expert in your field, are you the type of person who would just, parang sige, let's get this done, ganyan, ganyan, or are you the type of person na parang wait, let's just do something minimal and then let's see ganyan?
Actually, I think with anything that's invasive, medyo uso talaga yon. It
Yes.
happens. And because Derm Clinic actually started 50 years ago, I wasn't even born, diba? 52 years. It started in 1971. So one of the things that I got familiar with, I tried to understand how dermatology evolved. So in the 1970s, 1980s, pag tiningnan mo, lahat ng treatments dyan, it's all about medical. Very, very medical. But pagdating ng 1980s, 1990s, that's where introductions happened. Like more of, nag-combine, parang it more got exposed to, nagkaroon ng dermatologic surgery, nagkaroon ng aesthetics.
Yes.
So that's when Botox came into the picture. That's when lasers came in. Na, there are a lot of things pala that can be done. So it really expanded the world of dermatology.
Yes.
It's not just plastic surgery. So I think the general term is we usually define it as aesthetics. Diba? Pag clinical kami, what we usually call it, the clinical is the medical side.
Yes.
But the aesthetics is something, it's kind of the art of dermatology,
It is
that
the
how you use it. So it can range from use of lasers. It can also involve the use of injections like yung mga Botox, dermal fillers, skin boosters, And then the other side would be the plastic surgery. So it has a wide range.
It
Merong
is.
from non-surgical to something with surgery talaga. So it's a wide range, but it really depends on the preference of the person. Kasi minsan someone who's alam mo yon, or her preparation, someone can come in na, "Doc, I want this." Kasi she researched about it na
Yes.
pala, or she was able to look into a lot of things. Then you'd see her awareness of the situation. We tell them the pros and cons. We tell them the downtime or the longevity as to kung gaano katagal siyang medyo mamamaga or kung may ganun man. So we need to inform them. But if, for example, a new patient is coming to our clinic and then has done nothing, diba? We take it slow. We
Okay.
allow them to just walk through slowly, diba?
Yes.
If for now you want to start with just a medication, sometimes it happens, especially for teens.
Oh, yeah.
Madalas pagpunta yan, ayaw ng parents na, ay, wag po munang kahit ano kasi bata pa. So what we usually do, we give them medications. We use oral and topical.
Oh.
So that it's a combination. Kasi what really works best for the skin, for the hair, it's a combination of treatments. There's really no one treatment.
One step,
Yes,
no?
oo.
It's multiple steps talaga. So, with that being said, no, there's a lot of patients that come in through your clinic. So, what is your opinion naman on people who sort of jump from one doctor to another? Ano yung magiging advice mo sa kanila?
Yeah, it's hard.
It
It's
is
hard
very
if you
hard.
do that.
Yes.
Because imagine, this doctor, usually our first consult, when I do my consultation with my patients, it normally lasts 30 minutes to about 45 just to get everything in so that we understand
Yes.
your condition, we understand your habits, and then we can guide you. But if, for example, you're not following up, usually we recommend that you follow up with your doctor at least 1 to 2 weeks for the skincare. So, kasi we need to follow through Our
Yes.
skin usually improves within 2 weeks.
2 weeks
Yes, upon
since you start.
consultation,
Okay.
pag nagtuloy ka. But there are some patients who refuse.
Yeah.
Diba? So, ang nangyayari, ay hindi effective kasi hindi ko tinuloy. Yun pala, you'd learn about it na he just took the medicine one day.
Oh my God.
Diba? So, yun. So, but if you jump to another doctor, the doctor can advise a same thing or a similar thing, tas hindi mo rin ulit susundin. So, it's important to really have a doctor that you can trust.
Yes.
Not only you look for a dermatologist who knows your skin, who can manage you,
Yes.
who can work with you. One of the things that we try to advocate in our clinics is that we partner with you. Alam mo yon, we
Yes.
don't just, you should do this, you should do that.
Oo.
We partner with you because at the end of the day, this is your skin.
Yeah, and
We're
it's a
just helping
collaboration.
you understand it. Yes.
Tama, diba? So, it's not a one-step process. Hindi siya biglaan kang gaganda overnight.
Yeah.
It's literally, in a sense, it's tiis ganda talaga.
Oo.
You really have to go through the process and trust the process, diba? So, if there are any people out there who are sort of going through yung mga parang usual concerns of the people, no? Yung dandruff, yung itching of the scalp, hair fall. Is there any products that you would like to recommend to them from your clinic?
Yeah. Actually, we have products not just in derm clinic, but we have distribution in the stores. Kasi what my dad's vision was when he started, especially here in the Philippines, when he started, imagine that was 1970. So,
Yes.
konti lang yung dermas.
Oo, konting
Sobrang
konti.
konti lang, unlike today. But during that time, kulang talaga yung doctors, kulang yung products, and then they're too expensive.
Yes.
So, what was in his heart was to make products that are safe, products that are dermatologically tested. Also, it's our doctors. Like, we actually research the products. For example, we develop one. We make sure that it goes through a rigorous process of review, of testing, that are conducted and evaluated by our doctors.
Yes.
That's why we're sure that it's effective. We're not just going to base na, sabi nung ganitong study, it's effective. We have to test it on
Yourselves.
Filipino skin.
Yes.
We have to test it on ourselves, mostly. So that we know that what we give to our patients, we've we've
You tested it
assured it
yourself.
already.
Yeah.
That this is safe. This you can use this because I use this.
Yeah, kasi what's effective, let's say, in Europe or in the Americas might not be effective on Asian skin,
Yeah.
Asian hair, diba? It's all different formulas talaga. So let's sort of break the barriers ngayon, no? So a lot of people say going to skincare clinics very intimidating kasi mahal.
Yeah.
Diba? So, how true is this? Also, would you want to sort of break the stigma na if you want to invest on your skin, kailangan mahal talaga,
Yeah.
hindi, diba?
Yun. That's why it's good that you mentioned. That's why I told the little story about the wide range
Yes.
from clinical to aesthetic. Pag tiningnan mo, ang mahal na dyan would be the plastic surgery.
Yes.
Ang mahal na dyan would be the lasers because there are machines involved, there are a lot of doctors. Kung baga, it's the whole process.
Yes.
But consultation itself, it's not expensive. Diba? Consultation, most of the doctors, it's less than 2,000 for one consult. And like for us, it's actually not just less than 2,000. Our consultations at Derm Clinic, we have it at 600. And we have an advocacy that we make sure, like what I was mentioning last, we just did the medical mission in the
Here in
Correctional
Manila.
Institute for Women.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we had to manage around 200 inmates.
Oh.
Diba? Because we wanted to make it available kasi this is our skin eh, diba? If you're not educated about it, you can go wrong. But
Yes.
if you're informed about the right things, then you can take care of your skin better.
That's true.
So our consultation usually in the clinic is just 600, and then for follow-up, we usually make it a must that when you follow up with us after 1 or 2 weeks, as long as we've seen you, there's no additional payments.
Oh.
Diba sometimes kasi
May
"Ako, if I
additional
go back,
bayad."
may additional.
Yeah.
But we're considering it that because we want you to keep coming back so that there's gonna be a build of
Like a relationship
doctor-patient
between us,
relationship.
yes.
Diba? Because we all know naman that it's hard to give your trust to anyone,
Of
especially
course.
for someone who will manage
Touch.
your skin.
Yeah.
It's your skin. It's something that you show to others. So you want to make sure that the doctor. So if, for example, at the first come, the patient is still not going to think about the procedure. She wants to study it. We give them time. When you come back, we don't charge you another
consultation fee.
another consultation, as long as our goal is really to educate first, because you can't really make sound decisions unless you know what you're supposed to do.
Yes, of course. And I'm sure a lot of people are already sold at the fact that it's only 600 pesos for a
Yeah.
consultation with Derm Clinic. No? So how would you, where would you like to direct the people who are interested in availing of your products and services?
Yeah, you can visit us. I mentioned earlier that we have our social media accounts. We have Facebook, Instagram. We also have our TikTok account.
Yeah.
And we're actually opening segments right now. You can follow us because our goal is really to educate. Our goal is really to inform everyone because we want to reach as much people as we can with skincare. So we're planning to put out content that will be
Yes.
more informative. And sometimes we have campaigns, then you can message us and you might even get a free consultation.
Ooh.
Yeah, we do that. We did that during the pandemic kasi pag tiningnan mo, especially that, I think that's what me and my brother became more aware of during the pandemic. Like, ang daming walang access.
Yes, totoo
To
yan.
skincare, to
Yes.
hair care. So, alam mo yon, and it makes you panic.
It does.
Diba? It does.
It
It
does.
really does. If you don't know who to talk to, how to manage this. So, yun, we want to help as much Filipinos as we can because we attribute the 50 years of the success of Derm Clinic or when my dad started with the people who trusted them.
Of
And
course.
we want to continue that same legacy,
The
even
legacy.
as it's already us, the young generation, who's leading it.
That's true. So, you're sort of providing quality skincare to the people, diba? Make it accessible to everyone. So again, if you guys want to reach them, their official social media accounts, just look up Derm Clinic, Facebook,
Derm Clinic
Instagram,
PH.
Derm Clinic PH, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. And you mentioned kanina off air, no, na you guys are starting like a sort of Q&A on TikTok, and that's
Yeah.
something that everyone should definitely be looking forward to. So again, thank you so much, Dr.Angela, for joining me today and giving us a little insight on how to take care of our skin better. But it is time to get back to more music now, so let's go.
Hey, bestie. Feeling down?